GameStop just dropped an 8K filing stating that the company looks to sell assets in France and Canada. Now, in the third quarter of 2024, GameStop reported revenues of $46.3 million from Canada and $172.9 million from Europe, which includes France, Italy, and Germany. The company currently operates 203 stores in Canada and 314 in France, reflecting a reduction from previous years. The divestiture of these operations could allow GameStop to reallocate resources to more profitable areas or invest in new strategic initiatives. Simple breakdown as the latest 8K filing to start off the video is that basically GameStop is going into the core business and ripping the guts out of the useless areas. That way they can recycle that cash flow to somewhere else, i.e. investing in Bitcoin or building more stores where they're profitable, so on and so forth. Now we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Ahead of GameStop's Bitcoin purchase plans, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and other billion-dollar funds load up on GameStop stock in Q4. First of all, this was never confirmed. It is a random narrative that is being pushed by the media outlets that GameStop is purchasing Bitcoin, stating that they have anonymous sources. Secondly, they didn't jump into GameStop front-running GameStop purchasing Bitcoin, right? They jumped into GameStop for other reasons that they don't want to say, and I'm about to show you. So again, GameStop shifts focus to cryptocurrency investments, an absolute, just complete lie by MSN. When GameStop released no official news or anything along the lines of that, and they have no anonymous tips at all. Next, we're seeing Ryan Cohen troll over on X. He said, email M&A@GameStop.com if you're interested in buying GameStop Canada or Micromania France. High taxes, liberalism, socialism, progressivism, wokeness, and DEI included at no additional cost if you buy today. He's just trolling over here. Now, look at this. This is so... Honestly, it should just piss you off, but we've seen it time and time again. I just tweeted at Adam Aaron asking, I'm not sure the legality of this, but just like open a lawsuit against these people for creating public short and distort campaigns without even caring at all. MarketBeat put out an article today on AMC. AMC stock surges on Bitcoin news, meme stocks making a comeback. You go down the article, right? And it says AMC basically jumped from 305 to 355. Right? The reason behind this jump was news announcement declaring AMC would invest in Bitcoin to improve and upgrade its payment systems and bring more value to its balance sheet. And I've never heard this. Where did they even say this? So I decided to double, triple check. And you can see, like, it has never happened. ChatGPT says straight out, it looks like MarketBeat is just lying. They misinterpreted something, or they're just spreading false information. There's no record of AMC ever announcing a Bitcoin investment. And they also, in the article, don't state that they have an insider source, right? This happens a lot with meme stocks. Media outlets push narratives to get retail investors hyped or fearful, even when there's no solid basis. You come and you take a look deeper. This I find interesting. Many of these companies have fallen into a cycle that has been repeating since then. This episode seems to be happening again, where investors assume that they can multiply their wealth, talking about the GameStop meme media from 2020 to 2021, and they go on and on in the article. This brings us into the charts. Well, I will say they're right on that. The recoil is here and it's happening. AMC's up another 5%. Today and tomorrow were supposed to be down days for AMC based on the cycles that we've seen. We've already seen a 23% rally from the bottom here, 23, 24, which technically, based on historical cycles, historical patterns on AMC, we should have seen 2 days of selling pressure right here. Okay, these 2 days of selling pressure. We didn't see those, so maybe we see one huge red day tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. But maybe we see no red days, right? I mean, we're curling up looking so well. If you take a look at this yellow bars pattern that I have drawn out right here, you can see that AMC is tracking very, very well to this. So at the macro scale, right, you're only seeing a climb higher for AMC. I mean, this is looking extremely, extremely bullish. I don't know how high it's going to go. None of us do. I don't know if the markets are going to break. None of us do. But as of right now, that looks to be what is happening and going to be the case. And if you're not well positioned, make sure to get well positioned. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you look at GameStop, obviously major cup and handle, yada, yada, breaking out of the handle. This is the very beginning of the first leg out of the handle. We also saw this gap up, which was called out based off of historical patterns. This gap up was also a settlement date. Okay, so you saw this gap up right here. Same thing, 23% gap up, 23% gap up. Then you have a kind of down day, but basically a flat day, which you see right here. Now, this is interesting, right? Because in either scenario, you saw a flat day or two and then a major gap up. You saw a flat day, major gap up. Now, given the second one was a much higher gap up, which I think we actually are, in which case, right, we could see a 90% candle tomorrow out of nowhere. I don't know what the catalyst would be, okay? And this could not happen. But I'm just saying, there's no way I'm not positioning myself into calls or more shares on GameStop, and I'm willing to get burnt. Okay, I'm willing to get burnt. You don't see these opportunities that often. However, I do give you short squeeze plays all the time, and we call them out in Discord. You could see a major move up, right? And again, this was on a Wednesday, so there's no saying that it won't happen tomorrow on a Wednesday again after the setup is playing out perfectly. Now, interesting correlation here between Japanese rate hikes to defend the yen and GameStop. Is the carry trade unwind eliminating liquidity that shorts use to suppress GameStop? Well, we've been talking about that, and the answer is yes. And we also just seen Norin Chunkin, CEO, which, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, excuse it, resigns due to huge bond losses. Okay, you can't make this up, guys. And most of the losses are undisclosed still, because the moment they do that, it will show the world how a bank the size of Credit Suisse is completely insolvent. Speaking of short and distort campaigns, Tesla and GameStop make the list of best stocks to short according to Wolfe Research. Tesla is the best stock to short. Tesla dubbed the best stock to short in 2025. I mean, you can't make this up. I wonder why Elon is going after these corrupt bastards. I do want to say Tesla does look somewhat weak here. Okay, if we get a close under 354 today, the stock is looking very weak. We had a ton of volume on last week's candle, which was good. Buyers stepped in when we wicked very, very low and we got that relief bounce. But that doesn't mean that selling pressure is over. Watch for that close under 354 for us to be bearish. Speaking of Tesla, Elon Musk, Doge sheds 4.7 trillion in U.S. Treasury payments are almost impossible to trace, leading us into the overall market 610.26. If the SPY closes above 609.50, 609.60, it's likely already making its way to 616. As of right now, based off what we see, already getting a close above 609, it's making its way to 616. However, I do want to say you're in a spot with liquidity drying up, low volume. The market is pushing its one last hoorah, one last push higher, and we don't know how long it's going to go. But, right? We came up here several times and you collapse. So you come up, you test the high, you collapse. You come up, you test the high, you collapse, absolutely collapse. Okay, same time frame, same days later, you continue to do the same thing. You hit this high, you collapse, high, collapse. You get above the high now. And what I'm basically saying is, yes, we are on our way to 616, but one negative catalyst and one push beneath 609 and a close beneath 609, something along the lines of that, markets are going to fall off a cliff. If we break under 609, I see 604.50 immediately. Okay, I don't see support on the SPY. I see 604.50 to 606 immediately. So under 609 puts down, pretty simple. SMCI, we talked about it. We've been talking about it, up another 11% today. Grab holdings, we talked about it. We've been talking about it for a couple days now, up 7.5%. Basically 8%, was up a lot more at 550. We have earnings coming up on Thursday. This is one to definitely watch right now. At this point, it is a very, very risky play. A lot of people are buying into this. It is scaling higher, but upon earnings, I'm not too sure what we're going to see, because I think that based on their previous earnings beat, the estimates are going to be too high and they're going to come in lower, and then we're going to see a sell-off. Or maybe it just stays flat, right? We've been talking about Intel as well, up another 10%, 2580, made a beautiful gain off of this in Discord. I'll put it up on the screen. We also called out Alibaba, which we've been talking about, was up a lot more today as well, coming up to 129. Now, I prepped everyone with a weekly watch list and trade setup over on Discord, and I can give it to you guys for free just because I love the YouTube community and all the fam here. So I'll give it to you for free just to start off the week. Pretty simply, half of these trades already played out. Okay, these were the trade setups that I gave for Discord, alerting them. And then we had earnings, and then we have the major economic data. And then on top of that, we also have just this high success trade flow, which everyone is just doing extremely well. You come over to the Gains channel, and people are killing it over here. So make sure to get in the Discord. It's the top link in the description. We got to keep going though. TEM, Tempest AI, 81.55, down almost 9%. The calls that were up about 100% that we entered are now getting cooked, but I think we are in a major buying opportunity before the next leg up. Anywhere in this zone for Tempest AI, in my opinion, is a great buying opportunity for the next leg up to 109.50, and we have earnings coming up. Okay, this could be profit taking before earnings, and maybe the earnings come out bad, but personally, I'm willing to risk it. If we have bad earnings, this stock could see about $67 again, so just be aware of that. Again, keep an eye on ARM. We're flagging out here, seeing where we're going to break out. Palantir, I wanted to talk about this because it hit 123.70, which is a price target I had. Above that was 133. We couldn't continue to push higher. At this point, if the market falls off a cliff, I think Palantir is at finally a spot, again, to enter puts with a tight stop loss right above that level at 123.70. If we get back above it, then we're likely to continue to climb. I want you to keep an eye on SoFi. I'm giving it to you for free. It's up 4%. I think we could have a move up to $21 very, very soon. And the chart is looking pretty good. Nvidia gapped higher to 141, which we said it would reject off of, which you're getting a major rejection here. Simply called out as well. Puts, tight stop loss, very simple. It was at the top of its resistance range. Hood, Robinhood, 62.38. Why am I bringing up Robinhood? Well, we called it out way back, and it's just continued to pump to levels I didn't think it would get at. I really thought $60, $60.50 would be the very high that this stock got to. But you're getting very close to entering price discovery. We're actually building candles where we haven't built candles before. Okay, since the IPO, we wicked down, built candles beneath this level, and Robinhood is actually building price discovery out up here. What I'm telling you is I don't think this is going to last. I don't know how high it's going to go or how overvalued it will get to. Okay, but I don't think this will last, and it's just something to watch that when the markets crumble, it's an easy short play in my personal opinion. Bitcoin selling off, crypto selling off. Watch for a hold at 94,000 on Bitcoin. If we don't hold 94K, obviously watch 92, 90, so on and so on and so on. If we break back beneath 90,000, it's going to be an alert, an alarm for cryptocurrency, and watch for a move down to 84K to 73K on Bitcoin. And that will be the major retracement that we are waiting for and watching for. However, again, if we hold above 92,000, it'll still be okay. It'll look decent. But again, right now you're forming a big old double top on Bitcoin. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to check the top 2 links in the description to download Moomoo, open an account, make a deposit to get up to 30 free stocks, as well as earn 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash. Guys, do not sleep on this. The platform is great. They're also giving you a customizable earnings calendar, access to trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more, all for free. So again, use my link, open an account, and deposit into there. And get in the Discord server if you're not in. It's the top link. We're getting new members, guys. You won't regret getting in the Discord server. If you're sleeping on leveling yourself up and leveling your trading journey up, there's no point to stare at the markets every single day. So get in here. Tons of benefits. I love you guys. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.